Can you put some goji berries in my Dropbox, please? Is this GoPro farm to table? NFL anywhere! You can watch the NFL anywhere, then why can't I watch it on the damn toilet, Linda? The only exercise I get is chasing those damn gypsies off my lawn. They're like, oh, trick or treat. Well, guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor. Guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor.
Drunk on life. I think you're a little too drunk.
Yeah, I got trapped in a corn maze. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm Native American. Caribbean queen. Caribbean queen. So I'm not a jack of all lanterns, okay? So I don't know how to commit murder with my old neighbors, okay? So I'm not a graveyard smash, okay? That's not me.
That's not anyone.
Hey, you wanna hear a joke? What is black and white and red all over?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. I was gonna say something super racist, so yeah. You wanna hear a joke?
Sure.
What is black and white and red all over?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. I was gonna say something super racist, so yeah.
Talk to everybody.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
Yes, this one's a screamer. All right, folks, welcome to another Drunken News Report. And let's go ahead and bring in our stream pervs, our co-host, co-host, and our co-host. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But let's bring them in with their intimate road.
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
And there we go.
Hello.
How are y'all doing?
Yeah, pretty good. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Lim has lost the plot.
Yes, totally.
So,
So,
sort of wondering what national day it's going to be. Probably, National Put Your Socks on the Right Foot Day.
It's national put your pinky up your butt day. I don't know. We'll find that out in just a
Why
second.
pinky? You don't feel
I
that.
don't know. Well, because you have to start with something small first. But anyways, let's crack on. Let's go ahead and do some disclaimers.
I'm
and then
no
we'll get
fucking
in.
beginner. Oh, never
Well,
mind.
obviously you
Like a
isn't,
brutal
but
fire,
that's not
cool.
the rest of. Well, I mean, we can talk about fisting all day, but we'll talk about that later. Anyways, let's crack on.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second. Are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah.
Man, what? What? Oh. What was in this shit?
Yeah, what was in this shit, man? All right. So let's go ahead and say hello to our cinema chat right quick.
Yeah.
Yes, and then let's get into the meat and potatoes. We'll get into the day of the years. We'll get into some other story stuffs, and then if you've not voted in the poll, please vote in the poll in the cinema chats.
Oh yeah.
And everybody say hello to the Stop the Ship. Hey,
stop.
We have an Ivy.
Hey, Ivy.
We have a pet dragon.
Hi, Tanko.
Hey, pet dragon.
Oh, Monster Hunter Championship. Yeah, go do that for sure. Hopefully we're in the background. And we have a Super Salty back joining us again for the second time.
Hey, Super.
And we've got a Victoria.
We have a Victoria.
Hello.
So Salty, if you keep hanging out with us, we will become blue eventually. If you're blue,
not a
you don't know where to go to. Putting on the Ritz. So let's crack on the third. Oh, the third time. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Slim, before I forget, like I do also have a little news thingy to share.
Okay.
Because it was in the news last week, and I thought like, yeah, this would fit the stream.
Okay,
like,
so share it.
Yeah, sadly I could not find any video of it, but the animal ambulance over here was called and had to go pick up a rooster, or you could say a cock.
Yes.
But they had to pick it up at a coffee shop, and apparently something had dropped on the floor, and it ate it. So there was a cock that was a bit high.
Okay, all right, interesting.
I thought like, yeah, that was probably Slim's detachable penis.
Yeah, there you go. Jesus.
I had the Scotland out under my bed last night. Kept me up all fucking night, cunt.
Yeah, it's my fault. So, anyways, so let's crack on with. Did you have something you wanted to share or you just wanted to share that story?
I just wanted to share the story. I couldn't find.
Okay.
I've been looking for the video, but there was no video of it, sadly.
Okay, so today is National Science Appreciation Day.
Okay, I can go with that.
It's World Maths Day, and they actually said it properly. They said Maths Day, and then Purple Day is. I'm just gonna double check this because it is giving awareness of epilepsy. Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's giving awareness about epilepsy. I don't know, and I was a little confused on why we're doing purple for that, but I'm not going to question it. The next thing is Good Hair Day.
Oh, I
Then
wish.
National Spinach Day. So there's the days of today for no reason at all. Yes, but you didn't put the S. It's math. But anyways, let's go
It
ahead
is because
and get in.
lavender is recognized as the international flower of epilepsy.
Okay.
That's why it's.
Okay. I figured there was probably some things, other things. Who's got music playing in the background?
That's
my clock.
Okay, it stopped. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Probably
okay.
the smart
So, anyways,
Dutch guy.
let's get into this, and I hope this doesn't start an argument. But this is what I was talking about a couple weeks ago. Dark energy is weakening, and the universe could eventually collapse. Studies say. So this is the crunch thing, but this actually has people that are smarter than my dumbass saying that this may have been a multiple time this happened. Okay, still a theory, but fuck it. That's what your mom said last night when I entered her dark energy hole. Anyways, so I heard something. Oh, hey, demon.
A dork just popped in.
We have a door. Welcome. So let's crack on with this. And this is what I was talking about, and something that I read and other things of the bobbers and people smarter than me said. So let's crack on. So dark energy, the mysterious force that scientists believe is behind the accelerated expansion of the universe, is weakening, which could result in the universe over the course of billions of years collapsing upon itself, according to new research. An international group of I just want to make sure I said that right. Sorry. Of more than 900 researchers, studying the expansion of...
Listen, I know the fairy, you fucker. That's why Andromeda is heading towards us, even though we're moving quicker than it.
But you were the one.
Yeah,
you were the one who did not believe me in this.
I do believe you. I didn't say I didn't believe you. I just said it's a theory. It's not.
You said prove it to me. That's what we're doing right now.
I get it. The black holes, so they'll swallow each other up and they'll get big, and there'll be one fucking giant black hole that'll envelop everything, and then it'll all fucking spew it all out again.
Well, the other thing is
that's all I was saying.
You're forgetting about the gray hole, which is Shani's vagina that causes things to collapse inside of her. Yeah, that's completely a different swallowing of holes. Anyway, so
they also have brown holes.
This one's on slim.
And a brown hole, yeah, the brown hole, black hole.
This one is on slim.
So, anyways, yeah, I did not. Do not.
You mentioned the gray.
Do not
click on that. Please do not click that link. Please do not.
So, anyways, let's crack on. Which says the scientists who are collaborating on something called the Dark Energy Epistoscopic Instrument (DESI) are studying the history of the universe's expansion out of 11 billion years of the past, not 6,000 years like the young creationists want to believe that our dumbass fucking everything is made from. But go ahead.
This group is probably going to get shut down in America.
Probably.
Because they'll read over that S.
And they're going to say, DEI, it's goddamn DEI, let's get rid of it, son of a bitch. Anyways, thank you for saying that. They analyzed 3 years of data from 15 million galaxies and quasars using a series of measurements, including a telescope. Oh my God, they didn't use the P1000? Nope, the data's not right if they didn't use the P1000. Anyways, I'm just joking. Obviously.
Well, they did P. They altogether they did P 1,000 times.
1,000. If you know what I'm talking about over here. Anyways, some scientists believe that dark energy was a cosmological constant, but it has now come to the understanding that we realize that it's not a constant like we thought. So this dude of this blah 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 yakety schmackety, all the things, you can read it for yourself. I'm not. So dark energy was very strong, but it has weakened with time and will continue to do so, he says. That person that I'm not going to butcher his name. But once again, we have come to understand that the universe expanding itself will eventually collapse on itself and blah blah blah. And we have no proof this is the first, the last, or the millionth time this has happened. You're right, dog. It is a theory, but all these people that are smarter than all of us say
it's a good
this
solid
most
theory.
likely was a thing, or this most likely is the way that it worked. And it's more fun to say this against the religious people because they think that God made us for the first time. If we can prove that we're not the first expansion, collapse, or other things, then religion gets thrown out the window.
It's just exposing the scam, isn't it? A religious scam of fucking. If you put your
that's
money
what we're trying to
election
do.
plate, you'll be good forever.
Well, that's the other thing that we need to do is if we can prove that our existence is a natural process by this not being the first or fifth or 69th 100th time that this has happened, because the universe will collapse on itself, or at some point in time some matter slammed against some other matter and exploded itself to make it into a thing where expansion happened. Then it expanded on itself so much that it fell and collapsed on itself. Then the explosion happened again. I have no idea how the beginning actually happened, but that's way more. That's way more plausible than some weird god that who knows who the parents of that god were that made this
also,
weird little science experiment that doesn't really make any sense because it's fucking stupid as fuck. Because why would you make things that only last so long? Do you know that most like animals like in the wild only live like 2 to 3 years? Why the fuck would you do that to a fucking species? That's dumb as shit. If there was an intelligent being, why would everything not live hell a lot longer? It's the stupidest concept. Why would babies die before they're born? That's not what some being that was intelligent would do. They would want everything to
if they were good.
Well, no, okay.
If they were evil,
once again,
would.
Well, hold on. Let's once again think of it this way. Just like I am always using this as the basis. Pretend that you are a creator and you're creating something. It's a video game, right? You want the video game for somebody to actually play the game. You don't want them to just not be involved in the game. Why would you cause that? No, you would make it so that you at least had to live through the beginning intro of the game, right? Like if you're intelligent,
it depends. If they are evil, they want the other ones that are expecting you to join in to suffer from the fact that you do not get into this world.
But you could make double. Wait, hold on,
very fast.
Sure, but hold on. But you could make double the suffering if you let that thingy-mabobber into a horrible existence. So yes, I get what you're saying, Brenlis. But once again, if you're an intelligent designer, I'm Ned. I saw that you came in. Say anything you want before I get on to.
Well, Miss Kent Hovind here.
I would like to say something.
Nobody ever missed Mrs. Kent.
Cunt Hovid, yeah. But no, I get what you're saying there is that he thinks that all the things are scapegoats and that God made this and anyway.
Yeah, since you miss him so much.
But once again,
Prisoner 0, 6, 4, 5, 2, 17 or something. Yeah.
Okay, so let's put it this way really quick. Even if you are a sadist, if you made an atrium with a system that's going on, right? Do you want everything to kill itself, or do you want to watch things even if you want to watch things suffering instead of just nuking them immediately? Wouldn't you make a way that you could completely just watch them suffer and suffer and suffer
And
instead
Slim,
of
there's also the thing and say yeah, God did it. Which one?
God did it.
Well, God's
it
done
could
another
be,
bad
is that
thing.
is that Buddha? Is that, I mean, sorry, side chat, I just re-looked at y'all. So let me just look at this really quick. Yeah, and they always look up to for that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and then yeah, and that's the thing is, well, and we are going to talk about that next week, Salty. We're going to talk about the gods. Well, actually, wait, it's going to be Thursday. We're talking about that, and then next week we're going to talk about it a little bit more. I want to try to get away from politics just a little bit, and I found a bunch of like UFO stuff, and also, I think the documentary we're going over Thursday instead of what we were going to go over Monday, because I was too exhausted and I had to get a hotel room and stay down there. And a cat and we went to a antique mall,
And that's
and
probably the only thing you two did.
Yes, as of right now, yes.
Oh,
She did bring her big ass snake, but anyways,
so did you.
yeah, but this weekend we'll be hanging out again to I think I said this before, or I mentioned this. I was going to be paid to teach teenagers to do magic, right?
Right.
I think I said that, right? Didn't I mention that already?
You've mentioned that.
Okay. So what we're planning on doing is, I think a better thing, or other people have said, which is probably a better thing, is teaching teenagers, not kids, obviously, teenagers, how to run carnival games. So we're going to teach them how to set up the ring on the bottles.
But wouldn't it be smarter to teach them how to defend themselves against a corrupt government?
Well, we have to do that on the side. I can't make that a class, because then we get in trouble with the government, because they won't write that off if I say that. Thanks, brain. No, I'm just kidding. No. So we're going to teach them, because what I was thinking at first was, we can't teach them sideshow, right? I can't teach them glass walking. I can't teach them blockhead until they're over, I don't want to teach anybody under 19 or 21, honestly, sideshow. But I was like, oh, we can do sleight of hand. We can do the cup and ball. We can do these certain, but then somebody was like, you know what? If we have these carnivals and festivals, we're going to have people running the games. And why should we not be letting these people who want to get into the industry start from there? I think that's a very good springboard. If you're okay, because at this point in time, nobody is going into playing carnival games and not understanding that they're not going to win. Like, if you're that dumb at this point in time and you don't understand that, that's on you. And we set these things up in the way that we run the circuses, and not the traveling certain things, where we literally are telling you, like, this is for entertainment. You're most likely not going to win the big bear or whatever, and maybe we'll just give it to you. But there is the way to set it up. There's the thing, and so I want to go over that. And I had them say, do you want to teach them these? And I said, yeah, I know how to run all of the carnival games, and I understand how this works and how not, and then how you put them together and make it very, very cost effective as well. Doing the darts balloon act, doing the ring toss, doing the goldfish thing where there's just the bowls that are going around in that little tub of water, and there's a handful of other things that you can do that are very easy to set up. But the easiest way to find out if somebody wants to be a carny, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone, or wants to actually learn to be in the circus, that's what you're gonna have to learn first. Anybody, you can already learn how to hula hoop, how to juggle, and that's fine. But if you want to learn how to get into the actual carnival, that's the first things is you're taught that first is how to run the games, then how to do blockhead, then or whatever else you want to do, contortionism or whatever. But you always would start there, and I didn't think of that, but everybody said that's what we're gonna do. So here we're gonna go. Let's go to the next thing we're going to share, which is there are 4 tiny Earth-like planets found circling the second closest star system to us, which could be visited by future human generations. Ooh. So here we blow. There are small rocky-like planets that may be able to hold life. So the quartet of Earth-like worlds each are about 20 to 30% the size of our planet, which circle one of our closest stellar neighbors. So we would only have to go 5.97 light years from Earth. That's so close, right? That's so.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if we
Spit
could
that
figure
far.
out a way to launch ourselves through that, then but it's still the closest thing that we can find out right now. And so we're finding hidden planets. So by looking through blah blah blah, and we're slowly finding closer and closer places of moons of planets that we're able to maybe use to find closer places. But you know what we really need to do? And I didn't think about this until like I heard a very, very smarter person than me say this, is we need to re-terraform Earth first before we try to terraform another planet, you idiots. Like literally, we need to make sure that we can live here first. We're already like, oh, let's go to other places, rich people. But no, we literally need to make sure that like we don't kill ourselves here, but the rich people don't care about that and they want to go and terraform other planets. You can't juggle. No, that's okay. There's a lot of other things we can get you to do, Pet Dragon, if you want to go on tour. And I know, I mean, probably, but anyways, when I get to your area of the country, we'll talk about you having fun with us when we do an event near you. So the next thing I want to do is let's just check what
5.7 million, 5.7 light years with our technology will take 57 million years for what, well, around, give or take a couple of years, let's say.
So we have carbon sucking cement is the top, and then we have a 3-way tie. So if anybody's not voted in the poll, please vote in the poll in the side of my chats.
Why would you not vote for the
I am
hand
going
upgrade?
to.
Come on. Like
I'm gonna go
if
ahead.
Your hand can go faster. Like never mind.
I'm gonna go ahead and open this link first. Although I do have some more of that things But fuck it, that's what your mom said last night when I never mind, we'll talk about that later. Let's share this really quick, then we'll get into other things and stuff. So I don't think we went over this last week, and it's scientists break down plastics using simple, inexpensive catalysts and air. So they're harnessing moisture from air to develop a way as a method for breaking down plastic waste. Have we gone over this yet?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. Just making sure.
I don't think so.
The non-toxic, environmental friendly solvent-free process uses an inexpensive catalyst to break down the bonds of the polyurethane, the PET. It's always breaking down the PET bound sugar. Anyways, the most common plastic in the polyester family, which is the hardest one to break down, I believe, is what they're saying. So now they can just make this like water spray like theme bobber, right? That's not what they do to break down the plastics. They're not anyways. So literally they're just using a water spray that is non-toxic, that they can somehow break it down. And I'm sure that most of us are not smart enough to know all of what we're talking about for the rest of the terephylactic acids and the TPAs. But what they're saying is they can, without using caustic chemicals, now can break this down. So, I mean, if you wanted to go over the all numbers, have fun with that stuff. You can look it up on yourself by yourself. It's already right there, or you can just read it on your own. I'm not going to reread all the things that say that they're able to do this because I want to get to other fun things. So now that we're getting to this, it looks like we have a. Yeah. I'm gonna give it like 10 more seconds, but it looks like we have.
I would like to mention a new discovery.
Okay, sure.
Well, you know what's the deadliest spider on the planet?
It's not what you think it is.
Not the widow or the redback or any of them. Go on,
no,
chat.
but
What's the deadliest spider on the planet.
It's not what you're gonna say it is.
It's not it's not your daddy.
It's not daddy long leg.
Oh yeah, that's not a spider, though, is it? It's an insect. It's not a spider.
Well, and not just that, but there is. It does have a crazy venom, but it doesn't have the worst. But anyways, camel spider. That's I don't know. No,
it's
I know.
funnel web in Australia.
Hey, somebody break the ties. Break ties.
They grow to about 2 inches long, and they got fucking fangs that can bite through your fucking leather shoe, mate. And they're about 2 inches long. They've discovered a new one, which is the giant funnel web, and it grows to about 5 inches, and the fangs are twice as fucking long, and it kills you twice as fast. Funnel web, 15 minutes you've got for just a microdot of that venom. This one, 5-10 minutes tops. Depends how tough you are. And they discovered that. Thank you, Australia, again for giving us another fucking deadly animal to watch out for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm still looking at. We still need a tiebreaker. So before we get to that, I think there's a video for this. I hope there is because I really don't want to freak. Yeah. Nope, that's not. Nope. Hold on. Just give me a second to double check. Nope. Okay. I really don't want to read that. So give me just a second. We'll get to the things since nobody wants to break up the tie. And if everybody's already
I've already voted, so I cannot break it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If everybody's already voted, then I'm just gonna end it, and then I'll just go with what I fucking want to do. You are no, I'm just kidding. All right, so here we go. Here we go. If you'll just put it in the side of my chat, just what you see, brainless, and then I'm gonna go with the way I wanted to go, anyways. And of course, I wanted to do this first because I am a robot whore, obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, I am a robot. So, and let's just go over this and then I'll talk about it. So, the humanoid robot chef serves perfect toast, fresh salad, and smiles. So, this thingy of the mobobber doesn't just make your coffee and your breakfast, it also makes your salad. So we kind of already actually gone over this, but I didn't say that out loud at all. I swear to Bob. So now we're going to go ahead and watch this.
Hi, I am Dobot Adam. Let me whip up a tasty breakfast for you. Grab 2 slices of whole wheat toast first. Start the toaster. 1 minute of toasting is enough.
1 minute of toasting
See
is
how
enough.
flexible my arm is. Put some luncheon meat inside. Add 2 ham sausages as well. Then plate it nicely. The fryer is in my way. Let me move it to the side. Layer the toast slices and put that in plate. Grab 2 more lettuce slices. Oh, too much for me? Put it back. Add some tomato.
Okay. Jesus Christ, beavis and butthead. Okay, all right, here we go.
Add some cherries too. Such thin stems won't trouble me. Just 2 fingers are enough to grip it firmly.
Wait, what did you say again about your cherries and how you fucking are going to do what with them? I'm sorry, but we have to hear that again.
Such thin stems won't trouble me. Just 2 fingers are enough to grip it firmly.
I mean, if that's the first time you ever touched a cherry, or it's her first time, I guess you're going to be that delicate, but we'll talk about that later.
I prefer to add a bit more honey, since honey helps enhance immunity. Finally, pour a glass of milk. All done. A nutritious breakfast sets the tone for a perfect day.
And there you go, and there's your chef robot. Chef bot. All right, let's see. What's the next thingy above? I don't know. Let's see.
Like stop motion.
It kind of does, and it would if it was have anything to do with Elon Musk, it was fucking fake as shite. All right, so now let's do the carbon sucking that thing. I'm pretty sure that I have a video of this, and we've gone over, I believe we've gone over this before. It's just like, it's actually becoming into fruition. Okay, that's not the right video. We'll let it, sorry, buddy, for coughing into the mic. We'll let it get to there, and then we can watch a video if we would like to. But anyways, scientists electrify seawater to create carbon-sucking cement for greener cities. So they're actually able to make this cement where when they use it as in for streets and or the cement industry, the carbon dioxide emissions are now being able to be sustained through them making this concrete. So they have introduced a new method of capturing CO2 and transforming it into construction materials. Concrete, cement. Wait, Pastor's here? What?
Yeah, long time no see.
Well, I didn't
Not
think
long
that
enough.
you were able to be here, but now we go. Yeah, well, anyways, so let's crack on because I have more things to share. So they're able to take it where they're using seawater and CO2 into making this, which causes a high hydroxide and bicarbonate ions that combined with naturally occurring calcium and magnesium in seawater, which leads to the formation of solid materials, calcium carbonate, and magnesium hydroxide. Sorry, everybody. So it pretty much makes, and I thought this was the thingies, but it's not. It just makes it so that it sucks in carbon, so it keeps itself hard. So by mixing the calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, god damn it. Anyways, with CO2, it makes it so that it forms itself into limestone and rock, pretty much is what it does. So now let's get into the next thingies of the mobobbers. Unless I want to look at this really quick. And let's talk about
sex, baby.
Well, let's talk about this really quick since we have our pastor here. And then we'll get into more of the science. And I'm going to make sure this is a little quiet because it's loud. But here we blow. Here we blow. You're welcome for joining us there, Pastor. This is an anti-Trump rally outside of Fox News headquarters. It's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, ho. Trump has got to go. We're just gonna like amp it up just a little bit so we can get through this. And I don't know if you know, Pastor, but I have a Ukrainian flag tattooed on my arm because we raised what it was like $4,000 or something, or $6,000.
I don't remember, but quite a bit.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was $4,000 to $6,000 to help Ukrainians there. And I got a tattoo for it, and yes, we are very pro them.
Yeah.
So that was just one of the thingies of the mobobbers. Let's go ahead and
fucking Jesse Waters up by the nuts.
That's what she, yeah. So let's crack on with this.
Tons of plastic goes into the ocean every minute,
Oop.
of which
There we
78%
go.
comes from land sources.
It's really quiet.
Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I know. Because we were just watching something very loud. So now I'm gonna push it back. Make sure that it is at normal speed, or we'll do that, and then make sure that's on. And then here we blow. And this is a very amazing
You know that
thing.
20 tons of plastic goes into the ocean every minute, of which 78% comes from land sources. Did you know that for the last 3 years, there's been a ship that's been traveling around the world collecting sustainable solutions for plastic waste reduction?
So this is one of many, but we need way more. But this thing has been doing this.
I'm talking about this massive vessel behind me called the Plastic Odyssey. So this is a floating lab that is in search of sustainable waste solutions at every stop they make. Plastic Odyssey is now in Chennai, its 31st stopover, and its first and only stopover in India.
So this place is called the Recycling Workshop. It's dedicated to transform plastic waste directly into useful products. So the first step is to start to sort plastic by type. And to make the transformation, we have several machines that we build here on the ship to transform the ship into some kind of a laboratory or factory of recycling.
I forgot about that. But then they can make products out of the materials that they.
It sounds like they need to team up with that Dutch dude that has that boat that just guzzles up plastic.
Yeah, you got that wrong,
Yeah,
Pastor. Knobhead.
yeah, they all need to work together.
Ukraine's not
That
encroaching on
that shit's
fuck all.
impressive.
Anyways, he's just here to troll. Let's keep cracking on. I want to
He's
do
got
other
them
things
two
first.
churches, hasn't he? He's got the church
I
of the
want
God and the church of
I
the
want to
fucking
go over.
driver seat of the fucking manky old truck.
I want to go over like 4 other things before we even give him any acknowledgement, okay? Because I just want to get through certain things because we're only this far through.
Into paste, which is used to mold different products. The vessel is
That's how we make the futuristic butt plugs. Look at that little hammer or the mallet or all these things. That's amazing that we can. And
I
especially
think we
if
need
we
to
can make this.
normalize the stuff not being all the nice even colors like
see,
they do with this.
Well, see, yeah, but the other thing is, as long as we can make it food safe, and if you can make food safe plastics, that means that we can use it for sex toys. Let's crack on. Let's
also
crack
home
on.
to many prototypes that were built on board, like lumber, building material, and other useful products. In Chennai, the team has collaborated with the Indian Vision Institute, an NGO, to make spectacles out of plastic waste.
And that's amazing. They can make all this out of plastic waste, and they can give them to children and the elderly
into
for
30
free.
countries
For
so
free.
far. The goal of this expedition is really to empower local entrepreneurs and set up factories to recycle plastics.
Oh,
we have already done
pocket.
Yeah,
No
and now they're making it.
You are not spouting Russian propaganda in this side chat.
Yeah, get rid of him.
If somebody wants to do the things and stuff, you have all this stuff. But anyways, yes,
Like,
you know,
and,
like
and he's probably noticed.
Anyways.
I don't
If
time
you
out people quickly.
But if you want to kick them, go ahead. Everybody, that's why you all are blue. I don't want to look at that. I'm not reading it. I don't give a. If you all want to kick him, go ahead and we can always ban him.
Ukraine,
you do what you need to do.
Russia, no fucking Russia, like the whole fucking USSR stole ground from all the countries around it.
We already know that he is always wrong. So let's not give him the time of day. If y'all want to ban him, time him out, do whatever you need to do. I would love to get back into what we were talking about, which is this amazing thing that these people are fucking doing. And fuck you, Pastor, for trying to sideline us while we're talking about how fucking these amazing people are taking stuff that is waste. And what are they doing? If you are an actual Christian, you would be shutting the fuck up and you should be listening to how these people are making children's and elderly's lives better. How? Shut the fuck up and fucking watch, motherfucker.
First country, we have 10 factories that are being built now in Philippines also. So each factory can recycle 300 tons per year. It's a small container and create 20 jobs. We want to replicate that everywhere. I think what we can say about this expedition is that we had about 400 entrepreneurs.
I know it's really, really hard to hear, but what they're doing is they're making glasses for people of hard of sight and or technically, well, that are blind without these things, and they're making them out of recycled
They just make their life better.
Yeah, and most of the time they're doing it for free. Pastor, how many times have you given out fucking glasses for people for free? How often have you done things to do anything other than impregnating your sister, cousin, wife's daughter's little cousin, whatever I don't know what else I could say. And yeah, and making your family tree just go completely go straight up. Anyways, let's crack on. The family trunk. It's the family trunk.
And then start project. Then 30 minutes in their countries.
that's really the aim of this expedition. And also we had
At the
about
least.
4 to 5,000 children on board, that discovered new way of living using less plastic. I think.
And so now they just had 5,000 children that come on and they learn how to recycle. They learn how to make their lives better, how to take these things and use them in a better way than it just being a way of life of just polluting. But no, Pastor, you keep believing you living in the woods is the best way while I don't even want to know what you're doing with your children. Hey, Commander. Okay, so when is the next theme of Bobbers is?
Pastor's
I'm
family
guessing-
tree is a fucking straight line. Fucking inbred.
That's what we've been saying for the last 5 minutes.
It's a trunk. It's a trunk. It's completely just a trunk. Anyways, I'm gonna look at this even though I feel like it is oh Jesus Christ, are you ketamine me? Okay, all right, I'll do that. Yes, I agree. Give me a second. So, if you have been here long enough, you know this is nothing new, but
fuck it.
This has been a new resurgence in what I already have implanted in my whole body. And fuck you, god damn it, you better give me a way to close this. If not, we'll see.
And you're still using the wrong browser. Yes.
Okay, it's here. Okay, just read this. People in Sweden are upgrading their hands to make it, and blah, blah. These losers are scared. So once again, what they're doing is they're putting NFC readers in their hand, and instead of the RFID chips, now they're NFCs, which is what I have in my hand. So now they're doing this so they can share information. They can get into places with, god damn it, where they can just use it like I use them. Okay, god damn, it's not gonna let me see this properly, so we're not gonna go. But once again, we already went over this like what, 2 years ago, brainless probably, where people had RFID chips. Now it's just NFC chips is the upgrade now that people are using instead, where they can use their phone with it, they can use their credit card with it, they can use other things with it. That was the only thing that it just said. And we already knew that because I've already talked about mine that are in my hand right there that you can probably see. If not, we'll talk about it later. But anyways, now I was really confused about this portable hydrogen cracker, but I know you all really want to find out about the red onion solar protector. Dun dun dun. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's do this. This is a weird, crazy website where it doesn't like it looks very base, but it's okay. And there is semi video in certain places. But anyways, so the nanocellulose of the red onion has proved as a UV protectant, and I'm not reading this verbatim, obviously, for solar cells. So they have found out that if they can take the red onion and kind of like chop it up and make it into a dye or make it into a coating, it will reflect 90% of UV rays. So the blah, 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 that didn't say anything, that didn't say anything, literally, and we'll get into where we actually get into numbers. And here is where we get into numbers, okay? So, and the Netherlands found that stop. I hate when, anyways, Netherlands found the nanocellulose dyed with red onion skin extract. Skin extract provided 99.9% UV radiation reflectivity up to 400 nanometers. So this was able to reflect that, and so it could reflect a UV radiation, which is harmful to cellular cells, and also for transmission of visible light and other thingamabobbers that you can use for other applications, obviously, and then you can do it for other things. They could get it to filter 80% of light transmission at longer light waves and blah blah blah, nanometers and blah. Yeah, so it's something where they can figure out a way for some reason that I don't know why red onion shells did that, but there you go. Now we're going to talk about crackers, and I know that's what Hassan got kicked off his platform for saying, but I didn't understand what this was, and maybe somebody else will explain to me what a cracker means in this case. So here we go. World's first portable hydrogen cracker can produce 1,100 pounds of fuel per day. Now, can I just get you to stop?
And,
I don't need to see that.
and how much energy does it use?
But what is a cracker? I don't know what a cracker is, you fucking weird. Okay, so let's get into this, and please, somebody who's smarter than my dumbass, please help me. And I hope, Brainless, you understand this better than me or anybody else on the panel or somebody that's had a under. But let's go over this really quick. I'm just gonna go over this, and then I'll go to let me read the first paragraph, and then if somebody is smarter than me, please tell me how this works and if it does. Because when I look at this, I don't know how that's portable, but I guess it's portable, but it's not. I don't know. So, anyways,
well, portable is also relative. Like,
yeah, I know.
Portable cruise missile launcher. Like, yeah, you don't put it in your pocket, but you can move it around with a big truck. You know.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like just because
they call it transportable.
Yeah. Just because you set it on top of a slab of concrete, I guess is portable. But like to me, portable means you can throw it in your back and walk around with it. But I get how that changes. But let's read this and then let's go over it. Let's go that way. Anyways, HY5's flexibility using ammonia, which is already transported in bulk, is one of its biggest benefits. So this energy has announced that it launches this groundbreaking portable hydrogen generator module under that brand and deliver and blah 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 and yakety schmackety. So supposedly the module is capable of producing up to 1,100 pounds of hydrogen per day, which is 500 kilograms, if I'm reading that right, which is kg. I believe that's right. Anyways, yeah. I think okay. Thank you. The innovative system will be offered on a plug-and-play basis. That's what she said. Anyways, so it is a plug and play which is based on a fuel as a service FAAS model with on-site hydrogen priced at with on-site hydrogen priced at 10 kilogram euros or 10 euros for kilogram. I don't know what kilogram dash is 100%. So anyways, fuck it. I don't care. Lack of infrastructure, costs of hydrogen production is really, really high if you don't have a way to do it. So getting the Y-5 AFC energy is really, really hard to get. But if you had this simple product, you could blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm not
about 10 pounds per
smart
kilogram.
enough to know
Okay.
exactly what any of this
Not-
was. And I thought maybe there would be a. You want me to pound 10 times a kilogram? God damn it. I'm already pounding so many. Okay, we'll talk about that later. All right, so that, okay. God damn it. These things just keep. One of these days, I'll figure out a way to make it so these things don't jumble around constantly. All right, so.
Yeah, that's called
I think
using
we
Brave
had.
browser with an ad blocker.
Yeah, but then we can't see everything. We tried that before on stream and it didn't let me see all of the things. So that's what your mom said last night when I tried to show her those things.
I never
and then
had
she
problems.
told me, never mind, we'll talk about that later. When you're streaming, it's different, okay? We already went over this when you tried to show them. Anyways, we'll talk about it later. Okay, so now let's show the weirdness of my first. This is the first version of me 200 years ago because of I'm that old. Come on, Beavis. See, I learned how to get on my knees and crawl. Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
What's it looking for?
It's looking for the ring that takes them all. I don't know. Is that what it is? Or something?
Who's made this one? Is this Boston Robotics?
It's Boston Dynamics, yes.
Dynamics. They make some fucking great robots.
Yes, this is not Elon Musk. This is not anything. This is Boston, which is the American company.
You know it's not Elon Musk because it hasn't set on fire yet.
And it's not.
Yeah, because it actually works and it's not fake. Yeah, it's not fake.
Yeah. It's run by AI. No, you fucking cunt. It's run by an actual brain. Because it was all hooked up.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, hold on. Yeah, exact to me. But watch this. Just watch this. This is fucking amazing. Watch this. That's fucking awesome, bro. We're all doomed. I mean, literally, the Terminator is going to be a very soon thing.
Yeah, but like with the movements, like if you would see it in a distance, or if you for instance put clothes on it and you saw it at a distance, you would not recognize it as not being human.
That's what you said last night.
A team of research scientists.
Okay. Anyways, let's crack on with this. Then we're going to let's crack on with this, and then we'll get into some. Well, I'm not going to say anything until we get there. That's what she said last night.
A team of research scientists working in the Antarctic have reportedly made a desperate appeal for help after they say a colleague threatened to kill one of them. The South African team are totally isolated at the remote research base, thousands of miles from South Africa. Winter is fast approaching, and that means it will be months before the team can be changed. Here's our climate correspondent, Justin Rollett.
Have any of you heard about this?
No.
It's actually like a week old, but here we go.
My base is one of the most remote places on Earth. 10 people were preparing to spend the Antarctic winter here. The base has plenty of amenities, as this video tour taken 4 years ago shows.
And here we have the games room, right, where all the fun happens.
but extreme weather and 24-hour darkness meant the current team didn't expect to see another human being for 6 months or so.
6 months.
The wind's about 30 knots, and the temperature is about minus 28, minus 29.
Then, an email last week claimed there'd been a violent attack, according to the South African news.
Dun, dun, dun.
But like this is your standard movie script, right?
Almost, yeah, no, pretty much. And that's what's even scarier. Just listen to what happened. And like, I'm not trying to make light of this, just like I'm just trying to be silly because we're here, but I'm not making light of what's gonna what happened.
Newspapers. The email reportedly said one team member had threatened to kill another, creating, it said, an environment of fear and intimidation. The South African authorities have confirmed there was an assault. It was a dispute over a weather-dependent task that required a schedule change, they said. It doesn't sound much, but...
So there was an assault after there was an email that said that there may be an assault.
Those who've spent time in Antarctica say overwintering on a base can be an incredibly intense experience.
Yeah, no shit. Just like going into space and a handful of other things.
Sherlock.
But they asked for somebody to help, and it didn't happen.
Dragon.
Night. Okay, we'll see ya. Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah, good night. Time to go.
If you're there with just, maybe 10 other people as they were in Sinai, you get to know everything about the other person. You know exactly.
You get to know the insides and outsides. I mean, what? I mean, didn't say that out loud.
How they put their coffee cup down and what direction the handle points in. You know that they scratch their nose 3 times before they sit down. You know everything about them. And in the bad circumstances, it can start to irritate you.
The South African Environment Ministry has said it is responding with...
Yeah. So that happened. Now, I am not going to get into this because I found way better versions of this. So we will get into, and then this.
My ass?
Well, yeah. That's 4 minutes. Let's do this first.
Can't happen. Thank you.
It is Elon obviously doing the So they made a 250 meter long in the sand with a Tesla. This.
I've been a Tesla owner for 6 years.
Okay, we don't need to hear anymore, honestly.
Why
So
not?
let me get back into this, and then we will. Oh, it's just her explaining why she did it. Because I want to get to other things. I have way more other things to get to. So, let's see. I want to see this really quick, and that's 3 minutes. Okay, so here is some funny, silly. You all can tell us what you all think, and I know we're gonna go over this probably in another thing, but okay, no, we have to go over this first. Let's go over this first, and then we'll go over that last as a palate cleanser. Let's put it that way. Let's do it that way. Because, yeah.
Antarctica's thinning ice glaciers have raised alarms about the urgency of climate change and offered researchers new depths for exploration. In tonight's In Depth, CBS's Dave Malkoff takes us under the ice where scientists discovered a new world.
This is a part of our planet never seen, an undersea world that's been unknown. Scientists aboard this international research vessel were on a January mission to the Antarctic Ocean. They were already encountering strange creatures like this incredibly rare phantom jelly.
That's fucking crazy.
But the trip was about to get way more exciting.
So this ice shelf broke
and the scientists went to investigate what was underneath.
The team was 57 miles away when a chunk of ice the size of Chicago calved into the ocean, revealing seafloor that had never been accessible to humans. So they monitored the ice over satellite and raced there in one day to lower a submersible robot more than 1,000 meters deep into the ocean to explore.
Yeah, almost looks like what my stepdad came up with back in the day that the government used to pick up. It had a little claws on it. Anyways, and maybe it doesn't look 100%. But anyways.
Explore the area. Dr. Patrícia Esquete of Portugal was the lead scientist on board.
How long was it until you started seeing things that humans have never seen before?
Almost immediately. The first thing we saw was a huge sponge with a crab on it. That's already quite amazing, because one question that we had is, will there be any life at all under an ice shelf?
Sponges take a very long time to grow, and to get this big, scientists say this world must have been locked away in the darkness, thriving under the ice possibly for centuries.
How in the world does anything exist when there's no energy getting down there for them to eat? Where is that energy coming from?
That's one of the things that we are aiming to figure out and to study and to research from now on.
It could be ocean currents bringing in the nutrients.
Dr. Jyotika Vermani is the executive director of the Schmidt Ocean Institute. They sponsored the dive that saw this purple and orange crinoid. They also saw what looks like a golden palm tree, but that's actually a starfish relative.
Well, I know that they have found at least 6 new species confirmed, but I think there's many more yet to be analyzed.
The Antarctica is changing rapidly. And
yeah, so it's amazing like how much of our terrain
how much
we
of the
have
planet
not
we've
understand.
not discovered. Yeah,
And especially like it's going to be what we are going to say is the oceans, obviously, and we have now just sent all these little itty-bitty robots down there, and in the next couple weeks we're going to have a lot more information, and that's one of the first examples that we have of that happening. So because next Monday I am totally not going to be here. This weekend I will be from Friday to Sunday. I will be spending the night and or the time in Pueblo, and that is probably 3.5 hours away from where I live right now. So I'm gonna drive down Friday to get situated, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm staying with people's yet. That I don't know that 100%. We can look that up in a second, but maybe not tonight, or we can talk about it later. But anyways, I will be driving 3.5 hours down to Pueblo from where I live, which is almost.
And then when you get home, you need sleep, food, and sleep.
Which is almost the Wyoming border, and then I will drive down there on Friday. Well, I'm going to spend the night there. I don't know which way, how, shape, or form. Hopefully, we have a nice, comfortable place to stay, and I will
Maybe some bounce.
Anyways.
Wow.
And then maybe, hopefully, but then anyways, then we're gonna stay down there Sunday night as well, and then I will drive back up. So Monday is not a thing. Tuesday we will be back on a stuff and things. I don't remember how April 1st, I think, is next Tuesday. So we're going to be doing effing funny. So we're going to be doing a bunch of practical joke stuff for that.
Oh,
then
and for that, by that time, Europe has synced up with, the rest of the world has synced up with America again. Just for the people.
Yeah.
So then we'll remind everybody about that. But anyways, let's crack on. Where it says that we're going to do April Fool's pretty much that day, and I know I just need to update, and I should. Anyways, then we're going to, for next week, for Thursday, is going to be aliens, UFOs, and UAPs, and we'll do Thursday, tomorrow, sorry, is going to be aliens, blah, 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 and Illuminati and other things, which is going to be different than the proofs that I have of UAPs, because once again, crazy shit is when everybody go over a whole documentary or a whole one content creators thingies of the mobbers for us to critique. So anyways, thank you all very much for being here. Please like the stream if you have not. Go back and watch the whole thing. If you only got to this point and you didn't watch the whole thing, please, everybody, please watch the whole thing. Share this and or rewatch it. Make sure you're subscribed and hit all of the bells notifications. So that you
and
find
don't
out.
forget to leave. And if you leave a comment, please try and make it like at least 7 words long. That's the point at where the algorithm gets triggered.
Yes, so just put things and just say things and at least a sentence long.
So
anyways,
so at least the algorithm is less sensitive than Mega, because they get triggered if you just say 1 word.
Yeah, because there's snowflakes, so put longer of a word than snowflakes. Anyways, thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow or in the future. Same freak time, same freak channel. Later, y'all. Everybody say bye, because we're the fuck out of here.
Bye, bitches.
Bye.